rolling, 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 rolling.
Right.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed through the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting the air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
Their achievements, their courage, and their dedication, and to say thank you for their sacrifices. Thinking of the heroes who've joined us here today, and for those that are here in spirit, we stand in the midst of patriots and the family and friends of those who have nobly served. The service members we honour today came from all walks of life, but they all shared several fundamental qualities. They possessed courage, pride, determination, selflessness, dedication to duty, and integrity. All qualities needed to serve a cause larger than oneself. Many of them didn't ask to leave their homes to fight on distant battlegrounds, and many didn't even volunteer. They didn't go to war because they loved fighting. They were called to be a part of something bigger than themselves. They were ordinary people who reacted in extraordinary ways in extreme times. Millions have fought and died on battlefields all across the globe, and today, even as troops are lost, most step forward to say, I'm ready to serve. They follow in the footsteps of generations. Our gathering today is just one small spark in the flame of pride that burns across this nation today and every day. We honour those that have made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can live in freedom. God bless you, your families, and God bless the troops. Amen.
Yes, Army! All right, remain standing, Army. Remain standing, because one of my favourite things about our amazing American military, the patriotism, the camaraderie, and your amazing military songs. So this part of the presentation I like to call military karaoke. What's going to happen now is, if you are stood up, you are singing. If you're sat down, we will clap along for the Army song. And to build a nation's flag, and the Army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fight and kill the battles run, and the Army goes rolling along. And it's high, high, hey, the Army's on its way. Gather up the kids on its own. So wherever we go, you will always go. Marines in the house. Up we get Marines. All right, I'll be honest. Not as many Marines, but as noisy. Always the case. I believe your motto is the few and the noisy. Okay. All right, Marines, here we go. Nice and loud, representing our Marines with a good song here. Here we go. Come along. If you're not singing, you're clapping. Here we go. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of the United States Army. Give it up for the Marines! Thank you for your service. All right, next up, where's my Navy feeling at home on the seven seas? Welcome, Navy. All right, Navy, the only people on this cruise ship, whether it is rocky seas or you are blind drunk, you are the only people walking in a straight line on this cruise ship, team. Well played. Well played. All right, it's time for our Navy song, and this one is a good one. Big intro for the Navy, this one. Here we go. Clap it up. Keep it up with the Navy! All right, Navy. That was loud and proud. I will say this, there's a couple of things I like to address on this one. First of all, this line, drink to the foam. I was told that is the unofficial official line, so I entered it into the song. And please know, Navy, as a fellow seafarer, I will honour that for you as well. Thank you. I have honoured that 5 times already today. And the other line I always like to mention is the top line, anchors away my boys. Now, not just in the Navy, in every branch of the military, it was made abundantly clear to me on my very first time watching this particular event, and every single event since, that in all of our incredible branches of the military, there are many fabulous, fearless, fighting females. So I'd like to give the ladies a shout out right now. Thank you for all you do, ladies. We appreciate you. Thank you for your service. Next up, where's my Air Force in the house? If we get Air Force. Ooh. All right, Air Force. I like it. That's a big Air Force group. All right, here we go. Great song, this one. I love this one so much. Here we go. Clap along. Thank you for your service. Thank you for joining us as well today. Amazing groups. Next up, do we have any Space Force in the house with us? Anyone representing Space Force? At the back. Are we representing Space Force? Oh, I thought you stood over that. I got so excited. I'll be honest, out of Miami, I've never met any Space Force. We've come to sailors. Port Canaveral, I've met some Space Force. Norfolk, met some Space Force. And I once met a gentleman that worked in satellite navigation in Space Force. I once met a lady that could not tell me what she did for Space Force. Ooh. Which meant the next 3 days I followed that lady around the entire ship, asking about aliens. It was And I've met a lot of people that worked for the Space Force when it was closely affiliated with Space Force and Air Force, when they were closely affiliated before 2020, when Space Force was introduced as its individual branch. When they first brought this into the presentation, Space Force did not have a song. I thought that was sad. So I made some suggestions. This was my first suggestion. Ground control to me. I thought that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
The other one was Elton John's Rocket
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
They went in a different direction, but it's fair. It's fair. And I don't know if anyone else saw this. I had a lady talk to me earlier. Apparently, her daughters claimed that at 11 o'clock last night, they saw 15 different unidentified flying objects in the sky across the ocean last night. So if anyone else saw that, please come and tell me. I'm very intrigued. But we don't have any Space Force in the house, but we will celebrate them even though... Ready? Noise for the Space Force. Whoa! There are so many Coast Guards in the back. That is 4 different Coast Guards, 5 Coast Guards. This has never happened. Honestly, sometimes we get 1, and then if we get 2, we don't see any for 2 weeks. This is a scheduling problem, this. 4 or 5 of you. This is amazing. Is that one entire family together as Coast Guards? Family, give it up for this Coast Guard family. We have one of your own over here as well. Now, obviously, in the cruise industry, we work extremely closely with the Coast Guard. You are always there for us when we need you. We appreciate every single thing that you do for us. And a couple of weeks ago, we had our Coast Guard inspection, absolutely passed with flying colours. Amazing, yeah, 100%. And I want you to pass on a message to all your Coast Guard friends. Tell them whenever they come on a cruise ship that Joey is on, know that you will always be welcomed. Smiles on faces, open arms, answers to the questions you have got to ask. Safety is the most important thing. All our protocols will be up to date. Everything will be absolutely tip-top for you to come and visit our cruise ships. And also, please tell your Coast Guard friends that Joey is a kiss-ass. All right. But we have got a nice, this is the most people that will have ever sang this song before in these presentations. This is amazing. 6 of you singing our Coast Guard song. So let's give it big beats for this one. Here we go. Second verse. There's all second verse, I'm talking. Give it up for our Coast Guard friends, everybody. It's like a Coast Guard band we've just put together there. Amazing stuff. Next up, do we have any international allies in the house? Do we have anybody representing any other nations with us here on board today? We do. Welcome, my friends.
There you go.
Hello. Who are you representing today?
6th Battalion of Rifles.
Yes! We have the Brits in the house! Thank you for joining us, sir. I appreciate you joining us. Are you here out of interest? Are you here on vacation? I can say holiday to you. You know what I'm talking about. Are you here on holiday? Or, what's that? Yes, mate! Alright, everyone just talk about yourself. I'm going to talk to some home stuff for a while. Well, thank you very much. Give it up for the Brits, everybody. We're in the house representing. Now, obviously, we are aware that many years ago, we did not get on very well. We understand you did not want to drink our tea. That's fair enough. It's a weird drink. I know it looks like mud. I don't get it. But now, what's that? You did throw us off the continent twice. Yeah. Well, you let us back in. That's the main thing. And I think now, as we are working very closely together, I personally believe, and I think we are always stronger together. And I think that the nations all around the world that come together in community and in harmony to make sure that all those that are not as fortunate as we are as superpowers are lucky enough that as we are, that it's important we come together to look after those less fortunate than ourselves. So I think the International Allies, NATO, the United Nations, very important to make sure that the world is a safer place. So let's have a big round of applause for all of our International Allies. Thanks, mate. This is a very important question I just need to ask. Who's your team? Do you have a club side? Which one? Oh, all right, I'll take that. Okay, we're talking about football. Real football. Not throw ball. I don't know what this game is. All right, next up, this is an important one. This one is a very important one. Make some noise for our military families, everybody. Now again, from the very first time I was involved in this presentation, it was made very, very clear to me the important role that the military families are for all the servicemen and women. Whether that is waiting for a phone call, that may come once a month for 2 minutes just to know that your loved one is safe, whether it's care packages being sent to your loved one deployed, whether it's looking after the kids in the household when your loved one is away, whether it's moving house at the drop of a hat around the state, around the country, around the world, no questions asked, following your loved one. It is an incredible commitment to the family members and the safety and security of those family members involved, coming home and making sure life is as normal as possible, and going through what some people might need to go through to make sure that they are enjoying their lives at the end of their military service or even all throughout that military service. So, any World War II veterans in the house with us today? Representing, who else is representing World War II veterans in the house? Let's have a big round of applause for all those. Now, as the years go by, unfortunately, there are fewer and fewer of these incredible individuals with us. I've been lucky enough to meet a few in my time, and one that will always stay in my mind is I was on the Carnival Panorama a few years ago, and I met a gentleman called Joe. And Joe was 42 years in the army. He was a World War II veteran. He was celebrating his 102nd birthday. Incredible. He was also celebrating his wedding.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Joe had got himself a younger lady. She was 96. And they'd met 6 months before. They'd both been widowed. And they decided, they didn't know how long they had together. In Joe's words, they decided they wanted to spend as much time as they could together. So they came on the cruise to celebrate his birthday and their new marriage. And it was beautiful. And we got Joe up on stage and we gave him the microphone and he talked for like non-stop for like 35 minutes. It was amazing. It was incredible. And not just listening to the way that he spoke about his time in the military, but the things that he'd seen on the earth in 102 years was just mind-blowing. And he spoke very passionately, and this is the reason I always bring him up. He spoke very passionately about passing on your story. He explained that it's important for future generations, the generations in your family, and those kids that are coming up that are so much more fortunate than we are, as we were raised in the different times, to pass on your story. He explained that his wife, his first wife, his then wife that he was with for over 60 years, his then wife was adamant that he needed to write down his memoirs, as he called them. Joe was very hesitant to do this. He didn't really want to recant some of the information that, some of the things that had happened in his career in the military. He felt that he'd put that in the past and he'd moved on. He decided, after a lot of pressure from his wife, he decided to write his memoirs. So in his mid to late 80s, he sat down and started writing his memoirs. He found it difficult at times to go over some of the experiences that he had in the military. He found it therapeutic at times to look back over the experiences that he had and look back with as an older gentleman with the hindsight and the experience of life that he had. He found it difficult to even explain some of the things in words.